great. I can use that pot to turn it out too. Got our mise en place right here. I'm just going to go with a touch of salt in honor of Doug. A little bit of pepper, and we'll have our butter for melting right there. And always work clean. It's one thing I learned in the restaurant kitchen. You got time to lean, you got time to clean. Got a nice big platter we're going to set that out on. And bring our temp up a little bit. Well, that's working. I'm just going to make a quick batch of whipped cream. Fresh whipped cream for our little strawberry shortcake. Basic recipe we use for whipped cream at the restaurant. No, it's fine. This will work fine. Cindy mentions a chilled bowl. A lot of times chilled bowl and or chilled whisks will help you whip cream. So basic recipe, normally a quart, a cup, and a cap. A quart of heavy cream, a cup of confectioner's sugar, and a cap of vanilla extract. So we're just going to cut that in half. So we've got a pint, half a cup confectioner's sugar, and I think all you have in, oh no, you got more than I thought. A little half a cap of vanilla extract. Get back to my saute pan. There we go, coming along nicely. And we're just looking for these to brown just slightly. Like the fact that the shallots, you see the shallots browning up in there. We're just going to let these other veggies soften up a little bit. We don't want to go too far on them.
Pretty color.
Yep, very nice. Stand back, Bob. I don't know how this is going to go. One thing I learned is the faster you whip heavy cream into whipped cream, the longer it stays as whipped cream. And it's amazing how quickly it turns into whipped cream. Don't worry, Cindy, I'm going to wipe everything down when I'm done. I normally do this in a kitchen where people clean up after me. That's alright. I'm just going to stop that for a second. Get back to my sauteed veggies. There we go. So we've got them just slightly browned. We've got all our shallots starting to brown up really nicely. We're just going to set these aside. And as Bob well knows, looking at this pan, see all those brown bits and all these pieces of shallots, that's all flavor, so we don't want to waste that at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with, so what you'd refer to as deglazing the pan. We're using white wine because we're making a beurre blanc, but you could use water, red wine, chicken stock, whatever you happen to have.
About a half a cup?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. We want to work the bottom of the pan, get all those bits and pieces off. We'll run it around the outside, get those shallots, knock those shallots down. A couple squeezes of fresh lemon. go. Bring up the temperature just a bit. Okay. This is going to come together quickly. So we've got our pasta. Going to lay our pasta out on our platter right here. This is when we talk about mounting a sauce with butter. Slow addition of butter, not always on high heat. We'll see how we do. A couple pads of butter. Work it on and off the heat. We'll slowly start to see this become
it's rich looking.
Yeah, very rich. Slowly working it, letting the butter melt very slowly, incorporate into that the wine and the shallots there. Slowly working it back and forth over the heat. This is what we're looking for. Starting to cream up a little bit for us. Okay, now that we're done, shut off the heat. Right in with our shrimp.
Can you shut the heat off?
Shut the heat off, yeah. Shut the heat off for sure. There's my spoon right there.
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. And basically we're just going to stir this around. Let it sit for a couple minutes, let those shrimp warm through, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to get my salad ready. Dress it. Just want to coat those leaves. We don't want to saturate it.
A little tossing.
A little toss. Just enough to coat those leaves. Our brie. Right in on the broiler, probably about 10 or 15 seconds.
Brie is for the salad, Scott?
Brie is going to go over the top of the salad, yeah.
That fire was on.
That's fine, a little low heat is fine. A little salt.
Pepper.
A little cracked black pepper. I can hear my brie bubbling. Another moment or two, that'll be ready.
Big a platter.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I don't just make it. Let's not forget all these little bits of shallot down at the bottom.